Hi everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of In the Same Boat with Aditya Joshi. And I'm your host, Aditya Joshi. Now, you must be wondering, who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing? So, who am I? I'm just a guy who loves to have conversations with people, who loves to listen to stories and talk to people about them. Why am I here? Well, why not? I mean, have you seen some of the content on YouTube? I'm just trying to, fit into the crowd. So I'm here because I felt that I think I can do a good job. I think I can bring a few people on and talk to them and bring those stories to you. Why not? Let's give it a shot. And what is the show about? So this show is basically, it was born from the idea that once when I was talking to my friend, I thought that she seemed to have a lot of problems that were quite similar to mine. And I said, why does it always feel like we're different, or when we look at someone we feel they're more successful or less successful than us, and we compare a lot, whereas I feel a lot of times we're most of the time sailing in the same boat. So I thought, why not make a show about that? Why not talk to people and actually see if we are in the same boat or not? And that is how this show was born. Anyway, I can keep going on and on and on about the show, but you'll see in the upcoming episodes how the show unfolds. You'll get to know me a little bit better, but I am very excited for you, our viewers, to get to know the guests that we are calling. And speaking of guests, I am absolutely thrilled that I have my first guest today. And she is not only a phenomenal actor, but I'm also extremely proud to call her my friend. So she has been in shows like Tula Pahate Re, Sukh Manje Nakki Kayastha, Chala Hawa Yudhya, and most recently she did Punya Shlok Ahilyabai. I'm talking about none other than my friend Gayatri Datar.
Hello.
Hi Gayatri, hi. How are you?
I'm good. I did not expect that you will इतना अच्छा इंट्रोडक्शन दोगे मेरा.
That is
because otherwise you are very मतलब तू माझी अशी उडवतच असतोस सारखी.
Oh, you may. Oh, see, now this is the thing that happens between us, because when she said she didn't expect कि इतना अच्छा intro दोगे, so I thought that she meant that I gave a bad intro, or she expected me to give a bad intro.
Yeah, I did expect you to give a bad intro. It was like quite okay only. Like it was not great.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, like you missed quite a few projects of mine. But yeah, I did Big Boss Marathi season 3.
Yes,
like you missed that. I stayed in the Big Boss house for 84 days.
I did miss that. I absolutely did miss that. But you know what? There is a lot. I mean, I have only so much memory in my brain. There is a lot to learn about you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, thank you so much for being here as my very first guest. And to be very honest, I would not have anyone else be my first guest, because our friendship.
I'm so glad to be the first guest, because honestly, I know like we've tried doing so many things together, and like we've shot for something like this also.
Yes.
But that did not work out.
No.
But finally, you're working this out, you're trying to work this out, it feels great.
Well, thank you so much, because it is true, and I mean, I hope that never releases and sees the light of day, because it was terrible. Like, I think the conversation was really good, but it was way worse than these 3 cameras placed here. There was no professional.
On our phones.
Yeah, it was shot on our phones. There was nobody to man the cameras. The sound was terrible. So I hope that this is a much better step up than what we actually did.
It is.
So basically, I just want to jump right into it.
Mm-hmm.
You have done Khub Kaam Kela Hai, right, from Tula Pahate Re, which was your break. Actually, I'd like to start there a little bit. That how did you think about getting into acting? Because your background is engineering.
I get this question a lot. I always wanted to be a like. मला जेव्हापासून कळतंय I really wanted to be an actor.
Right.
So like since say first standard or junior KG, people ask us what do you want to be when you grow up. So I used to always say that I want to be an actress or an astronaut. I don't know how these but I feel like all of us want to be astronauts at some point.
Yeah. Actually,
because,
yes. True.
I've never heard a kid say that they do not want to be an astronaut. So
Yeah.
they're an actress or an astronaut. So my parents enrolled me in different hobby classes kind of things. There are a lot of things in Pune जहाँ पर ऐसे बच्चों के classes होते हैं. And मग मला तिकडे जाऊन खूप अशी आवड लागली आणि तिकडे तो ऍक्च्युली अभिनयाचा किडा माझ्या अंगात घुसला आणि मग आईबाबांना कळलं की तो किडा खूपच घुसलाय माझ्या अंगात. सो मग त्या म्हणजे त्या क्षणी मी जाऊ नये, म्हणजे त्यांना असं वाटत होतं की मी अभ्यासात पण चांगली आहे, सो मी अभ्यास करावा वगैरे, हे सगळं त्यांना ऑब्व्हियसली वाटत होतं. आणि मग त्याच्यानंतर सो मी काही काळ म्हणजे अनेक वर्ष मी अभिनय केला नाही. आणि मग माझं ग्रॅज्युएशन झाल्यानंतर म्हणजे इंजिनिअरिंग नंतर मी ऑडिशन्स द्यायला चालू केलं आणि खूप 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 ऑडिशन्स दिल्यानंतर मग मला तुला पातेरेची ऑडिशन आली आणि समहाऊ बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस आय कुड क्रॅक दी ऑडिशन अँड झी मराठी ट्रस्टेड मी इनफ टू कास्ट मी इन सच अ पिव्हिटल रोल इन सच अन आयकॉनिक सिरियल. अँड येस, म्हणजे आता काय 4 वर्ष होतील सिरियल संपून, तरी मला रोज मेसेजेस येतात, रोज हे येतं की सीझन 2 कधी येणार आहे. आय गेट फॅन मेल सेइंग की आम्ही 4थ्यांदा बघितली, आम्ही 5व्यांदा बघितली, आम्ही 6व्यांदा बघितली. सो या
ॲज अ ब्रेक आय थिंक मला असं वाटतं की ते खूप इम्पॉर्टंट होता तो पार्ट, नॉट ओनली बिकॉज तो पार्ट इन इट सेल्फ वॉज इम्पॉर्टंट, but also you got to work with somebody like Subodh Bhavre in the first show itself, where somebody who's so established in the Marathi industry. I think that must have been तो पहिला दिवस तुझा तो कसा होता? पहिला शॉट, पहिला दिवस.
सो ऍक्च्युली काय झालेलं, मी 4थीत असताना सुबोध दादा हॅड कम टू माय स्कूल as a chief guest for our annual day and I had got some student of the year or some that kind of award from him. And that day I said that, you know, I want to act and I want to work with you and I want to work like you, because उस टाइम पे उसका एक सीरियल चल रहा था जो मेरी माँ बहुत देखती थी, तो even I used to watch it with her every day. So I like properly used to, I was a fan of him in 4th standard. So I told him that, and as destiny would have it, my first show was with him, and I literally did not know what to say. I mean, I literally did not know how to react.
तुला हे ऑडिशन करताना माहित होतं?
No, I did not know till I was finalized. So there was this meeting. So there's a hotel in Dadar called Gypsy. So there was this Gypsy Chinese, if you know.
Gypsy. By the way, they're not paying us to advertise for them, but that is an incredible hotel. You should go. Gypsy Chinese Dadar.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that because I'll tell you. Okay, so तर तिकडे अशी मीटिंग चाललेली. And so everybody was sitting there, the producers were sitting, the channel people were sitting, I was also sitting. And he said that you're going to meet the hero today. तब तक मुझे नहीं बोला था कि कौन हीरो होने वाला है. I was like, okay, I'm very excited. I was just told that it is somebody elder and it is somebody big. पर मुझे ये नहीं पता था that it's going to be Subodh Dada. And then he come, I was sitting like here and he comes straight ऐसे डोर से चलते and I'm like, ये क्या हो रहा है? तो पहले तो you know my brain did not connect the dots. I was like, okay, he must be here to meet somebody because this like you know like,
he'll walk past.
Yeah, he'll just walk past. He'll just say hi to people on my table and then he'll just go and sit on another table. But he came and sat right in front of me, and then I got to know that he is going to be the hero and I'm supposed to try and act in front of him. After that, in that meeting, I did not say a word. I ate, I guess, 6 dumplings, 1 whole soup, and then the meeting was done. Yeah, I was just looking here at the table. So yeah, that's why I said I can vouch for the food over there.
Food, पण
no, but खरं सांगायचं झालं तर इवन शूटच्या पण पहिल्या दिवशी Subodh Dada was the one who made me very comfortable with him. Otherwise, it would have been impossible. I would have been in this shell, being scared of him, and I don't know what would have happened.
राईट नो बट इट्स व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट ना की म्हणजे असं छान वाटतं जरा वेन सिनियर ऍक्टर दॅट यू लुक्ड अप टू काइंड ऑफ मेक्स यू फील अ लिटिल
but you know I felt like असं सर्कल कम्प्लीट झाल्यासारखं वाटलं.
नाही खरंच म्हणजे मलाही लाईक वेन यू स्टार्टेड की चौथीत हे असं झालं होतं आणि भेटलो दॅट आय लव्ह दॅट थिंग समटाइम्स जेव्हा आपली सर्कल्स पूर्ण होतात लाईक लाईक इवन इफ यू फाइंड अ डायरी एज अ किड समवेअर दॅट यू हॅड रिटन की like something will happen, and when you realize that has actually happened, I think that's a very beautiful moment that happens with humans. But you mentioned auditions and that you did खूप auditions केल्यास म्हणजे तू तुला पाहते रेच्या आधी.
तुला पाहते रेच्या आधी काय मी अजूनही खूप ऑडिशन्स देते. म्हणजे ऑडिशन्स देणं कोणाला चुकलेलंच नाही, कुठल्याच ऍक्टरला चुकलेलं नाही, तुम्ही कितीही मोठे व्हा.
That is actually good you said that because actually I would like to change my question. कारण आता तुला ऑडिशन्स मध्ये म्हणजे आधी जेव्हा करायचीस वर्सेस आता जेव्हा ऑडिशन करते तेव्हा तुला स्वतःत काही फरक जाणवतो का?
ऑफकोर्स आय फील द डिफरन्स. कारण जेव्हा मी तुला पाहतेच्या आधी ऑडिशन्स द्यायचे आय डिड नॉट हॅव एनी एक्सपिरियन्स कॅमेरा फेसिंगचं किंवा कसं करायचं असतं इथपासून सुरुवात होती. म्हणजे की ऑडिशन द्यायची म्हणजे काय करायचं असतं इथपासून माझी सुरुवात होती. सो ऑफकोर्स आता इट्स नॉट लाईक दॅट नाव. आय नो हाऊ टू गिव्ह अन ऑडिशन. आय कॅनॉट से दॅट आय हॅव मास्टर्ड giving the audition, but yeah, like there's a lot of difference in me because I feel आपण जेवढं काम करतो तेवढं आपल्याला शिकायला मिळतं. सो आता गेल्या काय मी आता 4 वर्षाच्या माझ्या करिअरमध्ये मी बरंच काय लोकांकडून डिरेक्टर्स कडनं को ऍक्टर्स कडनं सगळ्याच लोकांकडनं सेटवरच्या मी खूप खूप गोष्टी शिकलेली. सो त्या मी वापरायचा प्रयत्न करते. आणि अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट लास्ट इयर आय हॅड टेकन not a break but some time to work on myself as an actor. कारण मला असं वाटतं की आपण साध्या आपल्या मोबाईलचं सॉफ्टवेअर पण अपग्रेड करतो, त्याच्याशिवाय तो मोबाईल चालत नाही आपला. करेक्ट. तर मग आपण तसेच राहिलो आणि आपण स्वतःला अपग्रेडच नाही केलं तर हाऊ आर वी गोइंग टू गेट बेटर वर्क और हाऊ आर वी गोइंग टू बी बेटर ऍक्टर्स? So I felt the need to upgrade myself because I do not have any formal acting training. So while I was working on certain projects, I kind of noticed some things about myself that, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. So then I took out some time and I went to Adi Shakti, which is a very, very wonderful workshop in Pondicherry. I feel that anyone who has the time and इच्छा ज्यांना आहे ऍक्टिंग मध्ये अजून स्वतःला अपग्रेड करायची त्यांनी हे वर्कशॉप नक्की करावं. सो आय वेंट टू आदिशक्ती. आय डिड दिस वंडरफुल वर्कशॉप ओव्हर देअर. आय डिड अ वर्कशॉप विथ नीरज कबी सर. सो आय ट्राईड टू अपग्रेड माय सेल्फ इन डिफरंट वेज इन दी पास्ट इयर. आणि ऑफकोर्स या सगळ्याचा इफेक्ट माझ्या ऑडिशन देण्यावरती किंवा होतो आणि माझ्या कामावरती पण होतो.
Right. It's actually very interesting that you brought up upgrading yourself. I, for one, I'm a firm believer that acting is kind of like a muscle that you got to keep working it. आणि आपल्या field मध्ये it is so tough to find work sometimes. Like even like you said, म्हणजे आता पण तू auditions खूप देतीयस.
Correct.
Right. That is why I was like, we're kind of in the same boat because even I'm auditioning and even you're auditioning. Because from where I stand, I'm like, why do you need to audition now? But so I think that point that you mentioned, I really appreciated it. And how much do you look at, not just your acting upgrading, but also in your personal life, like, how are your views or reading something new or watching something? So what are your views on that? Because I think not only acting, personally also thoda sa, in your private life, I would say, it's necessary to also keep upgrading that.
Yeah, I also think that. Karan, manje, I feel these two things go hand in hand. म्हणजे ॲज ऍक्टर्स ना आपण फक्त आपलं असं एक म्हणजे माझं तरी असं मला वाटतं की आपण जितकं माणूस म्हणून प्रगल्भ होत जातो म्हणजे आपण जितकं माणूस म्हणून नवीन नवीन एक्सपिरियन्सेस घेत जातो तितकं आपण ऍक्टर म्हणून अजून चांगलं काम करायला पात्र होतो असं मला वाटतं. सो या, आय फील दॅट अपग्रेडिंग युअर पर्सनल लाईफ इज ऑल्सो ॲज इम्पॉर्टंट ॲज अपग्रेडिंग युअर स्किल्स. आणि मग ते अपग्रेडिंग युअर पर्सनल लाईफमध्ये टेकिंग टाइम आउट फॉर युअर सेल्फ, गोईंग ऑन सोलो ट्रिप्स. आय लव्ह टू गो ऑन सोलो ट्रिप्स. आय लव्ह टू ट्रॅव्हल. आणि मला ट्रेकिंग करायला आवडतं. सो या सगळ्या गोष्टी त्याच्यामध्ये येतात असं मला वाटतं. बिकॉज सम ऑफ दीज थिंग्स आर लाईक मेडिटेशन टू मी. त्याच्यामुळे मला असं वाटतं की आय शुड टेक आउट सम टाइम टू गो ऑन अ सोलो ट्रिप और टू गो ऑन अ ट्रेक ॲटलीस्ट वन्स इन अ व्हाईल.
So, very nice. You are making it extremely easy for me to transition from one thing to the next. I'm very glad that you brought your solo trip experiences and traveling experiences. Recently, I have a complaint.
Okay.
Yeah. So, my birthday is already done this year. And she's my first guest. I called her here. I called her my best friend, my close friend. And she wasn't here for my birthday. And you know why she wasn't here? Do you know why? Because she was traveling. And you know where? She was traveling all over Europe while I was here celebrating my own birthday without her. I have that complaint. And by the way, I had heard from you that I'm going to get you a little birthday gift from Europe. I'm still waiting on it.
I do have it. I do have it. I've still not given it to you though. Because I forget it every time. But yeah, I will give it to you very soon.
Okay. I should have told you before that I'm going to complain about this. Because then you would have gotten the gift. It would have been a nice fake moment that we could have created.
Aww. How
I call it
desperate.
fake because, oh my God.
Are we, am I allowed to drink this?
Yes, of course. It's actual tea. It's not prop tea. We're not, I mean, these are, it's actual tea. You can have it. I'm going to.
But
Okay, so other than improving on some other things, I think we have to improve our tea also.
No, but you know how specific I am about my tea.
No,
I usually do not like any tea. I need it a very specific way. उसमें बहुत सारा अदरक होना चाहिए, बहुत पानी होना चाहिए और इतू सा दूध होना चाहिए और बहुत शक्कर होनी चाहिए. So this is not like that. So yeah.
Like our tea tastes are so different, and it's absolutely fascinating because if ever I make tea for you, that's the exact face she makes. That's the exact face she makes.
But I drink it anyway just to respect that you've made tea.
That is different. Like, just to respect it is different. Like, you have to love what I make. Only then do I feel happy, no matter how shitty it is.
खूप जास्त expectations आहेत.
No, but it's also a little bit vice versa. I think you put way too much adrak in tea. Because once I usually take big gulps, and the first gulp that I took, I spat out fire after that. Because I was like, whoa, there is so much adrak in this. But that is the
point, you know, it should serve some purpose to your throat. Otherwise, what are you drinking this, some tea flavored water?
Wait, isn't that what green tea is? It's just tea flavored water.
Yeah, I don't like green tea anyway.
Okay, fair enough. Because you can't put adrak in it.
Yeah.
Well, no, but yeah. So your trip to Europe that you went through, how was that? And I saw your photos of Hans Zimmer concert.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's a massive, massive, massive concert.
So yeah, that trip was wonderful. It was amazing. And like you said, the Hans Zimmer concert was the pinnacle of the trip because it is an experience. Like I cannot tell it to you in words. और मैं जितना भी तुम्हें videos दिखाऊं तुम्हें समझ नहीं आएगा कि मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ जब तक तुम नहीं देखोगे. जब तक you will not experience it.
Yeah.
Like it's an experience. It's not just something that you can hear.
Hans Zimmer, yeah, no. But this is the thing. This is why I was excited.
But you know what? There was this moment. So we were sitting in the sixth or seventh row something.
Whoa.
And Hans Zimmer came down from the stage and he walked towards us, and all of us were like crying at that moment.
It's like you're touching some musical god is walking past you.
Yeah, and he's so simple. Like he was just
Very.
wearing a very, very, very simple black t-shirt and some jeans, and he's just walking like that. I mean, like, I felt that as artists we concentrate too much on what we are wearing and how we are looking and touch up kar do or ye kar do. I mean, it's okay. To some extent it's okay, but we should concentrate more on our art, I feel.
It is true. Like he's one of the, because I have also been to an Hans Zimmer concert, so I know what you're talking about.
Ooh.
It is an experience.
It is an experience.
But yeah, like there are very few artists like him who are, कि भाई सब आर्ट के ही बारे में है. अभी वो सब हमें नहीं करना है. वो बाकी का ये वो करो, इतना देखो, यही ब्रांड पहनो, वही ब्रांड पहनो. I think it's all too much.
And you know what? There's another experience in Europe. Like, I mean, all of us know about Italy and Venice and Budapest and all of that. But I went to Hitler's concentration camps.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've read about it, right? We've read a lot about it in our textbooks also. We've read a lot about it. Otherwise, we've seen films about it. So I had thought that I would not feel so much when I actually go there. But I was extremely wrong, because the moment you step inside that campus, your heart instantly becomes very heavy.
Yeah.
And you cannot even imagine the amount of horrors those people have faced. I mean, you cannot even imagine. There was this gas chamber जिसमें तुम जा सकते थे देखने के लिए. And people, like including me, no one could not stand there for like 2 seconds. There was no gas, nothing. But still we couldn't stand there for more than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It was so suffocating. Imagine what must have happened to all those millions of people who were tortured and killed over there. So that was one experience that shook me from inside.
It is. I mean, that is one place I mean, with all due respect, I would love to visit it, but I think I'm just very afraid to visit it because it is, I mean, just reading about it is so terrifying that I can't imagine how it must have been at that time. It's out of the question to even imagine it.
And there is no bar to the torture. Like children were tortured.
Yeah.
Aged people were tortured. Pregnant women were tortured. There was no limitation to the torture. I mean, as a human being, I cannot understand that. I could not understand that how someone can harm somebody else so much.
Yeah.
And it's not one. It was not one person doing it. It was a whole group of people doing it. So yeah, that was one experience that was very horrible actually in Europe.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was very
fine,
much
because
fun.
this conversation suddenly took a very, very, very grim turn. I mean, of course, with all due respect, but still, like, it was a very grim turn to this conversation. But yeah, I always meant to ask you this because I've, like we've hung out in the city quite a lot, and you have some very unique fans of yours. And they are, they can sometimes be a little out there and talk to you like you're like their absolute friend, or they know you very well.
All my fans talk to me like that only, like as if I'm there. I'm glad that they talk to me that way, but yeah, they talk to me as if I'm their sister or their friend. Yeah.
So what are some of the most, because like Tula Pahatere for you was that big, sort of sudden, like overnight kind of success, where once the show started, suddenly everybody knew you. So in the early days of your show, so to say, and your fan stardom, what were some of your experiences with the fans?
To tell you the truth, like the plain truth. I was shooting so much. I was working so much that I had no time for any of this. I used to shoot, come back home, sleep, shoot, come back home, sleep. That is all I used to do. So the only thing that I used to notice is that, कभी मेरा शूट जल्दी खत्म हो जाए आणि मी अशी एक आमची 8:30ला सिरियल लागायची. तर मी अशी 8:30ला जर माझी बिल्डिंग एंटर करत असेल तर अशी बिल्डिंग अख्खी सुनसान असायची. म्हणजे मुलं वगैरे पण खेळत नसायची आणि सगळ्या घरातून फक्त आमचं टायटल सॉन्ग ऐकू यायचं. सो दॅट वॉज अ व्हेरी सरियल फिलिंग फॉर मी की म्हणजे अख्खी बिल्डिंग हे बघते आणि आता मी घरी जाऊन जेवून झोपणार आहे. सो या आणि नंतर असे काही वेगवेगळे एक्सपिरियन्सेस आलेले आहेत मला की मी एकदा एका सिग्नलला थांबले होते आणि मी सिग्नलला रिक्षा पकडायला थांबले होते आणि तो सिग्नल लागला. तर एका गाडीवरती असंच एक फॅमिली होती आणि ना त्यांनी मला बघितलं आणि ते म्हणे तुम्हाला गुदगुल्या होतात. दे डिड नॉट आस्क मी की तू ईशा ना. माय कॅरेक्टर नेम वॉज ईशा. सो तू ईशा ना ये नहीं पूछा. तुला गुदगुल्या होतात ना. हाऊ डू आय रिस्पॉन्ड टू दिस. And then they started doing that on the road. And I started laughing. And you know what they did? They were like, हाँ खरंच होतात तुम्हाला खरंच होतात. They said that and they went away. I mean, ये क्या होता है भाई. तुम आओ गुदगुदी करो सिग्नल छूट गया तुम निकल रहे हो.
Maybe they thought that that's like an act of yours, that you just stand there at that signal ever so often and wait for people to come
do this. Oh no, but there was this I'll never forget this one experience that I had. So I was doing this show called, another show that you forgot. So I was doing this show called You Are Dancing Queen on Zee Yuva. And so I was, for some part of the show, I was anchoring the show. So there was this very, very, very old lady. She was 90 or 95 years old. And she had come all the way from Satara to Mumbai to meet me.
That's just to meet you.
On set. And she told me that, so she was actually living, she actually thought that whatever happened in the serial is real. So she told me की मी ना तुमच्या घरात पाळणा हलावा म्हणून मी नवस केलाय आणि मग मी बकरं कापलंय आणि मग मी जे काय असं काय काय असतं ते मी सगळं केलंय आणि मग माझा असा ऑफ शोल्डर ड्रेस होता. तर आपली आजी किंवा असं मुलींना हक्काने सांगते ना हे काय घातलंयस वगैरे, तशा हक्काने ती मला हे काय नवरा नसताना हे काय घातलंयस तू, कुठे नवरा तुझा, असं वगैरे. त्याने इन अ व्हेरी स्वीट वे, ऑफेन्सिव्ह काहीच वाटलं नाही त्याला. आणि त्याच्यानंतर इतकं भरून आलं त्यांना पण आणि मला पण की मी स्टेजवरती मिठी मारून रडायला लागलो एकमेकींना. कारण असं झालं की इतकी म्हातारी आजी एवढ्या दुरून भेटायला येते, म्हणजे ह्याच्यापेक्षा आपल्या कामाची मोठी पावती काहीच असू शकत नाही. म्हणजे नो अवॉर्ड, नथिंग कॅन बी बिगर दॅन this love that I get from people.
Yeah, like when your art is appreciated, I think there's a different reward to your art being appreciated, and that is it's just phenomenal to me. Like even
आणि मला असं वाटतं की ज्या आजीने एवढं आयुष्य बघितलंय, म्हणजे इतकी वर्ष इतके पावसाळे बघितले, तिलाही ते काम आवडतंय, म्हणजे काहीतरी आपण बरोबर केलंय, काहीतरी बरोबर झालंय आमच्या सगळ्यांचं.
Right. No, but that show obviously was a huge success. But आता जसं you have told me this list of shows that I have missed out and everything that I didn't say. You've done a lot of scripted television, like म्हणजे तुला पाहते रे किंवा बाकीचे शो, आता पुण्यश्लोक पण करतेस. But then you have also done quite a bit of...
Just because I'm doing Punyashlok, I'm not wearing any jewelry today. Because today is my day off.
If you watch it,
if you watch the show, I wear like, so there's jewelry and in between that you will find me somewhere. Like ऐसे थोड़ी सी आंखें दिखती है, थोड़ा सा नाक दिखता है. So today I'm feeling so nice without like 5 kgs of jewelry and the costume. I mean, I love my look and my character.
Is there any like preference that you're starting to do, starting to have, or or what is actually the difference according to you between like a reality show and a scripted television drama, like for you personally?
Okay, so मतलब रियालिटी शो म्हणजे आता बिग बॉस आणि चला हवाई उद्या
It's
इज
very
व्हेरी
different.
डिफरंट. बट आपण जर चला हवाई उद्या बद्दल बोलायचं झालं, कारण इट्स अ फॉर्मॅट तसा असतो, तर चला हवाई उद्या आणि तुला पाहते जर आपण कम्पेअर करायचं झालं तर आय फील चला उद्याचं शूट डेज थोडेसे कमी असतात. म्हणजे मी अगदी टेक्निकली सांगते की त्याचे शूट डेज थोडेसे कमी असतात. वेर ॲज सिरियल असते ते रोज शूट असतं त्याचं. आणि त्याच्यानंतर काय म्हणतात, मला हवाई उद्या करताना खूप वेगवेगळी कॅरेक्टर्स करायला मिळाली. एकाच शो मध्ये मला रोज ऍटलीस्ट 3-4 कॅरेक्टर्स करायला मिळायची. आणि वेरॅज सिरियल मध्ये ऑफकोर्स मला एक कॅरेक्टरचा अख्खा ग्राफ करायला मिळाला. पण या दॅट इज आय फील द डिफरन्स. आणि आय फील रियालिटी शोची मजा एक खूपच वेगळी आहे. आणि डेली सोप मधून जे प्रेम मिळतं ते एक खूप वेगळं असतं, भयंकर वेगळं.
तर बिग बॉस वॉज अ ह्यूज एक्सपिरियन्स फॉर यू. आणि त्याच्यात तो आपला एक इनफेमस तुझा हाताचा जो ऍक्सिडेंट फ्रॅक्चर झालं होतं ते ऍक्च्युली मला आय थिंक वन ऑफ युअर फ्रेंड्स आय थिंक आय मिस्ड दॅट एपिसोड लाईक when it happened I missed that. आणि then somebody told me कि अरे ऐसा ऐसा कुछ हुआ है, and then I got so worried. I was like, I don't even know how to reach you right now. Like, what do I do? How can I help? But then I think एक का दोन जे कॉन्टॅक्ट दिले होतेस त्यांनीच मग पसरवला मेसेज की आता ठीक आहे सगळं ठीक.
नाही, बट यु नो व्हॉट, म्हणजे माझा हात वगैरे फ्रॅक्चर झाला खरा, पण बिग बॉस मध्ये इतकी काळजी घेतात आमची, म्हणजे फिजिकली मेंटली इतकी काळजी घेतली जाते की तुम्हाला असं एवढंसं खर्चटलं तरीही तिथे डॉक्टर असतो तुम्हाला ट्रीट करायला. आणि ते येतात डॉक्टर, तुम्हाला काय नकोय, काय हवंय, किती लागलंय, काय गोळी द्यायचे, काय औषध द्यायचंय, हे सगळं तत्क्षणी बघतात. सो माझा हात जेव्हा फ्रॅक्चर झाला होता तेव्हा विदिन अ फ्यू आवर्स त्याचा सगळा डायग्नोसिस झाला होता. त्याला काय काय झालंय, मग त्याला काय काय करायला लागणार आहे, हे सगळं. म्हणजे आम्ही घरात बंद असलो तरीही म्हणजे आपण बाहेर पोहोचू शकणार नाही मुंबईत, एवढ्या पटकन तिथे ट्रीटमेंट सुरू झाली होती.
तुला मला हे नेहमी जाणून घ्यायचं असतं आर्टिस्ट कडनं की व्हॉट इज इट दॅट यू वॉन्ट टू डू नेक्स्ट. म्हणजे आता तू ऑलरेडी एवढं केलंयस तर तुला असं काही आहे का की नाही मला हे अशा प्रकारचं काम एकदा करून बघायचंय?
असं तर खूपच आहे आणि त्याच्यासाठी असं खूप साऱ्या ऑडिशन देणं चालू आहे. पण येस, मला असं ना खूप एखादं फिमेल सेंट्रिक प्रोजेक्ट करायचं आहे, एखादा फिमेल सेंट्रिक रोल करायचा आहे, त्याच्यात असं स्ट्रॉंग फिमेल कॅरेक्टर असेल, जिला असं काहीतरी स्वतःचं खूप मत आहे, जी खूप ठाम आहे, तिने काहीतरी आयुष्यात अचीव्ह केलंय, आणि म्हणजे असं इन्स्पायरिंग एखादं व्यक्तिमत्व मला करायला खूप आवडेल. आणि अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट मला आता खरं तर OTT स्पेस मध्ये काम करायची खूप इच्छा आहे, कारण दॅट इज आय फील वन पार्ट दॅट आय हॅव नॉट डन. त्याच्यामुळे मला तेही करून बघायचं आहे की कसं असतं, त्याची प्रोसेस कशी असते, किंवा तिथे लोक काय काम करतात, कशी काम करतात, तिथलं टेक्निक काय असतं. सो हे मला सगळं बघायचंय, मला शिकायचंय, मला कितपत जमतंय हे सगळं मला एक्सपेरिमेंट करायचंय. सो या मला OTT मध्ये काम करायला खूप आवडेल.
राईट. आता द कॅरेक्टर दॅट यू मेन्शन्ड, यु नो, लाईक स्ट्रॉंग, इंडिपेंडंट आणि असं, आय हॅव अ फिलिंग, मतलब आय नो दॅट यू yourself pretty much are like that. But you know, ever so often I think it happens to everybody, all of us, the best of us, that we feel low or we feel like we're defeated, especially as artists. We feel like we're defeated or nothing, kuch nahi ho raha hai. So like, who would you say that you you know, go to when you are in that state? Like when, is it family, is it friends? Because I don't get any calls.
No, see, you can just call your family or your friends and you can just tell them की अरे काहीच होत नाहीये आणि मग तू असं क्रिप करत बसू शकतोस. But you know that is not going to help you in any way. Like really logically, practically विचार करायचा झाला तर ठीक आहे तू व्हेंट करायला फोन केलेस वेगळी गोष्ट, बट त्याच्यातून होणार काहीच नाहीये आणि काय होतं परत परत तेच तेच बोलून तुम्हालाही खूप त्रास व्हायला लागतो. सो आय फील दॅट म्हणजे आफ्टर a few days I feel I go back into myself and I think ki okay असं झालंय, so what do I do now, how do I deal with this situation,
how do you move forward,
how do I move forward from here, how do I deal with this situation, and I probably try to write down like 1 or 2 steps की ही एक स्टेप आपण आधी आत्ता करूया, मग तीच झाली की आपण ही दुसरी करूया, दुसरी झाली की मग काय पुढची तिसरी करायचं त्याचा आपण विचार करू, पण पहिले 2 स्टेप तर घेऊया. अरे बापरे आता 10 स्टेप्स घ्यायच्यात हा विचार केला की कोणालाच जमत नाही 10 स्टेप्स घ्यायला, पण जर तू आता पुढच्या 2 पावलांचा विचार केलास तर ते असं आवाक्यातलं वाटतं आपल्याला. सो आय फील की मी युजली तसं करते, स्पेशली करिअरच्या बाबतीत जर असं झालं की असं मनासारखं काहीच घडत नाहीये आणि ऑफकोर्स फ्रस्ट्रेटेड वाटतं, ऑफकोर्स असं होतं की का नाही होते किंवा का नाही हवं तसं काम आहे, ते आपल्या सगळ्यांनाच होतंय. पण येस आय डोंट थिंक की यू शुड go to anybody with it. The answers are within you. आणि हा जो आपल्याला वेळ मिळतो ना 2 कामांच्या मधला, ज्याच्यात आपल्याला असं वाटत असतं की अरे बापरे आपल्याला कामच नाही मिळत आहे, सो आय फील दॅट टाइम शुड बी यूज टू अपग्रेड आवरसेल्व्स even more so that we are well equipped to do the next part that we are going to get.
Right.
So I have learned to look at this time as a time to prep myself more.
Wow, that is absolutely true. I think I follow a lot. Well, I crib too sometimes. You would know. I crib. But I am learning from the best. I'm learning from people around me. There's a lot to learn. And I think that was really good. So Gayatri, I would love to thank you for coming here, for being my first guest on this little show. As you can see, we're really trying to do it at the bare minimum budget. Please give us money. We're trying to do it
please
at the bare
subscribe
minimum.
and
yeah. So
वो जो सब होता है क्या होता है subscribe,
so please subscribe, like, comment, share,
and do all of that.
Exit, thread it, Instagram it, whatever. Like just do all of that. Please do it. It'll really help us. And also I have this little thing to ask now. Since this show is called In the Same Boat, I would love for you to fill in the blanks in the sentence. My name is Gayatri Datar. And
your name is Gayatri Datar.
No, I'm just explaining. So you have to say my name is your
Gayatri
name.
Datar.
Yeah. And I felt dash about sailing in the same boat with Aditya.
Ooh.
So what would that dash be?
Okay. So my name is Gayatri Datar and I felt great about sailing in the same boat with Aditya.
Okay, so I think you enjoyed these.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So this is actually, I think, the first time that our normal ramblings ऐसा ही होता है. It's just exactly like this. The only difference is we're sitting in a studio and there are 3 cameras pointed at us.
Yeah, and I feel that we are watching our language. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So. So anyway, Gayatri, thank you so much. Thank you for being on this show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, I would not have anybody else. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. If you have watched this far, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And thank you so much.